4th of February 2021. Good morning from Europe. Good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are. Piotr here is Liteforex Global YouTube channel. We are still ahead of the London Open. It's going to be the big day for the British pound, mostly because of the Bank of England and the press conference. Well, to be honest with you, no change is expected. But the pound is in trouble already, so let's start with the cable. That's the daily chart. We started Monday strongly, hitting some stops to the upside, but end of the day was well below the weekly open, all right, and it was very negative. It was very negative candle. It was also the break of the trend line, right? So what happened on Tuesday, it was just the retest with the rejection yesterday and today continuation. So over the course of the last few weeks, pound been fighting around 36, trying to find the support, 37 plus, that was some kind of the supply. Looks like, at least for now, the bears wants to try to break to the downside. If that's the case, so we have the range of 150 more or less pips. Okay, so it could be like 3450, 35 downside target. We are going to discuss it in a second. The first important anyway is the latest move to the upside from here. So this swing low, it's gonna be important, and I would say that the levels related to 35.15 from the horizontal line perspective is a key first level. The second one is that demand zone, right? Because that pullback, it was into that demand and produced the rally. This one was into that demand and produced the rally. So overall, to the downside, plenty of things been consumed already. So let's have a look what we have from the intraday perspective, right? So that's the range I'm talking about, which been broken to the downside, or is being broken to the downside, right? So in that case, we are talking about 130, 150, okay? So breakthrough 36 giving us 34.50, 34.70. All right, so first important thing here is mid of that range. Levels close to 36.70, 36.80, all right? And then levels related to the weekly open. So that's the whole possible supply level. Now, how can we get there? Well, in case of the failure of the current breakdown, right? If we are going to see market moving back above, retesting and trying to hold and doing the rally towards the Bank of England rate decision, for example, and continuation to the downside, right? So that's how the sellers, what the sellers waiting for. Now, the buyers are waiting for this type of the setup to try to aggressively go long with this possible target, right? In case that's not going to materialize, more aggressive sellers might be around 36.30, right? So in case of just retest of the broken consolidation, move to the downside. Targets 35.20 and 34.70 and 50. So that's how I see the things related to the cable. The next one is Euro Pound. And here, because of this breakdown, right? That's something for me, especially with Euro trying to hold 120 and 119.60. That's something strange for me, what is going on here, okay? I'm not sure, maybe because it's bearish, right? So if you do believe in pound, all right, so any kind of the attempt to retest 88.70, 89, that could be the selling opportunity, right? The first target here is around 87.60, 87.50, the mid of that consolidation, all right? Well, I would be very careful if you are a Euro bull, right? I would rather wait towards the end of the week to see how the things develop and if we are going to be able to create some kind of the momentum and if the bulls are going to be able to make this type of the close, move back above 88.70. So as long as below 88.70, 89 for now, any kind of the spike might be used as a selling opportunity when it comes to the euro pound. And here the important thing ahead of the 88.70 is of course weekly open around 88.40, right? So still the pound looks bad with dollar, right? With breaking below 36, is looking good with the euro below 88.70, but euro is still above 120, right? So yeah, that's some kind of the puzzle we have actually right now. So anyway, sellers around 88.70, 89. When it comes to the bullish setup, I would rather wait for weekly close above that zone. The next one is pound Aussie, all right? And here is very, very interesting situation, and let me explain you why. Okay, the pound is breaking lower here, no doubt about it, all right? No doubt about it. But we've seen nice lower shadow yesterday. Where? Into the demand, all right? So what I'm going to look for here, I'm going to look for the price action and reaction around levels close to 78.20, 78, because if bulls are going to be able to hold this one, all right, the things might get interesting. All right, from the intraday perspective. Let's have a look. Let's switch for a second to the higher time frame. Okay, and also the things I'm talking about got the confirmation here. Right, in case of the break of 78, we are reopening 77.20, 77 and 76.30. Okay, so very, very interesting thing when it comes to the pound Aussie right here, right now, based on the intraday price action here. So well, it's worth to watch. If you are a conservative, then you wanna see some kind of the consolidation and move back above 78.50, right, towards the end of the week. Okay, because that would be move back towards this big consolidation, and in that case that could be treated as a failure and the rally towards 180 could be in place again. Okay, so very, very important level when it comes to this intraday chart. The next one is a pound yen. All right, we are testing supply. All right, and we see some kind of the rejection. It's not a big one for now, but anyways, 143.50, 144.50 as a supply, but as of now we have immediately demand around 142. We have to get back below 142 to reopen levels close to 140, right? And the 140 is going to be key psychological level. So let's have a look closer to what we have here. So the latest rally, the line very similar to cable is being broken, all right, and we continue to the downside. So the immediate target is around 142.25, right? But we cannot rule it out some kind of the end of the business around 144. We are in the middle of that range right now. Let's have a look what we have from the intraday perspective. And from the intraday perspective, that's very, very important zone in between 143, 142.80, right? That's very important here. It might be just the stop count, so watch for the price action. In case of the big breakdown, right? Half of that consolidation, 142.50 as a target, okay? Then any kind of the rally back towards 143.20 could be treated as selling opportunity. So guys, Bank of England day, don't be trapped, be careful, work with your exposure. Good luck and see you around, take care and goodbye.